Madness is generated by shocking changes to the physical structure of the brain. It involves extensive alterations to the tissues which form your nervous system, namely to the grey matter which contains your neurons, as well as changes to the white matter which enables your neurons to communicate. Together, this fundamentally alters the activity and connectivity of the entire neural system, thereby generating the bizarre perception, thoughts and behaviour which drive madness. This video is all about these fascinating brain abnormalities, in which we unveil the incredible ways that the brain changes its size, the size of its individual regions and cavities, as well as alters its connections between these different brain areas, and thereby causes itself to become totally disconnected from reality. Grey matter is primarily formed of special types of brain cells called neurons, and neurons are unique for their ability to receive, process, and transmit information, as well as for their organisation into distinct grey matter regions across your brain. Here, these different brain areas thereby generate different psychological functions and behaviours, and therefore grey matter is responsible for the vast majority of interesting phenomena which take place within your brain, such as your perception, emotions, and thoughts. Accordingly, changes in grey matter therefore occur within a wide variety of psychiatric disorders, especially psychotic disorders, which of course feature abnormal perception, thoughts, and behaviour. Here, a whopping half of your brain is formed of grey matter, and accordingly madness is associated with changes within the brain's overall size. For example, hundreds of studies are reporting smaller overall brain sizes within schizophrenia, with this reduction being reported as being progressive, meaning that over the course of their lives, schizophrenic people's brains are shrinking in volume, a process which also occurs in neurotypical people, but is accelerated in schizophrenia. Furthermore, other studies also report that this tissue loss occurs not just at the whole brain level, but also within key regions of the brain, in a process called cortical thinning. Within madness, this cortical thinning primarily seems to affect regions of the temporal and frontal lobes, which are both large areas of your cerebral cortex, and are particularly important for generating your perception and interpretation of your world, as well as for generating functions like your cognition, thoughts, and beliefs. Reduced volumes in these regions are therefore argued to contribute to the abnormal perception within psychosis, not just in the generation of hallucinations, but also in the disturbed thinking and delusions which occur. And fascinatingly, this cortical thinning has been reported not just in schizophrenia, but also within other disorders which frequently feature psychotic symptoms, such as bipolar disorder, as well as dementia. However, grey matter isn't the only type of tissue to exhibit strange changes within madness. Whilst roughly half of your brain is formed of grey matter, the other half is formed of white matter. Here, neurons within your brain contain a structure called axons, which connect to other neurons and thereby enable the different neurons to communicate with each other. Many of these axons are coated in a white fatty substance called myelin, and on a broader scale, myelinated axons bunch together to form bundles and tracts, which connect different brain regions together and forms the white matter of the brain. In this way, different brain regions are able to communicate with each other and form neural networks. However, in psychosis, and particularly within schizophrenia, it is widely reported that there is not just a reduction in grey matter, but also a reduction in white matter across the entire brain, as well as across specific tracts or bundles, including major ones such as the corpus callosum, which connects both sides of the brain together, as well as the uncinate fasciculus and arcuate fasciculus, both of which connect various parts of the cerebral cortex together. Finally, the last commonly reported brain abnormality within psychosis lies within the ventricular system of the brain. Everyone's brain contains a system of cavities called ventricles, in which a critical fluid is stored within them. This fluid is called cerebrospinal fluid, and it is critical for providing the brain with protection and nutrients. And as you can see, part of the ventricular system includes two C-shaped structures, which are both called lateral ventricles. And fascinatingly, these lateral ventricles show enlargement within schizophrenic brains, meaning that schizophrenic brains show lateral ventricle sizes which are around 130% of the size of the average neurotypical person's. This is a problem because the enlargement of these ventricles causes them to destroy the brain areas which surround them. Regions like the thalamus, which is a crucial structure because it connects to every area of your cerebral cortex and serves as a central hub for numerous neural networks, which are operating across your brain, enabling the information that is being processed across your brain to become integrated, and accordingly, the thalamus therefore shows diminished grey matter within schizophrenic brains as a result of this enlargement of the ventricles. But you can find out more about that in future videos.